Some of the scenarios that we'll be investigating can be classified into the following categories. We have early infection stage, when a user might visit a malicious website. Second, command and control traffic, where an attacker maintains access to a system and carries out actions on objectives. And finally, lateral movement, where an attacker will try to gain control over other systems on the same network. To mount successful attacks, attackers require a presence on the internet. To either host phishing pages to harvest credentials, or to host malware components on compromised servers. These are just a few examples. For this to happen, they require an address through which the victims can get tricked into accessing. Among the common tactics employed by attackers is to purchase expired domains with a good reputation. This is for them to bypass some security and content filtering capabilities. Another common tactic is to register domains similar to the legitimate ones, like changing a different letter or digit to something similar looking, for example changing an L to a 1. To give you a better idea, let's consider the following example. How many similar domains to the globalmantics.com domain can you identify? Well, the correct answer is 4. Users can get tricked by this tactic when they don't pay attention to the domain. When analyzing data in our SIEM, we must take into account the following considerations. A large amount of traffic is generated by content delivery networks. Also, users tend to visit the same websites and online platforms. From an analyst's point of view, we want to measure the frequency of occurrence, meaning how many times a website or domain have been accessed. The goal of this is to triage between two categories. In the many request bucket, we'll have the CDN, ad networks, search engines, and other popular online platforms. In the second category, we have few requests to websites that are rarely visited, as well as suspicious websites. In this demo, we'll be using a key feature in the Elastic SIEM to identify suspicious domains based on list frequency. We're right back to our Elastic SIEM instance, in the Network tab. We'll scroll down to the top DNS domain section. To retrieve the list visited domains for a period of time, we just need to flip the sort order for the total queries field. And we already have a few candidates, including a misspelled globalmantics domain. Even better, if we drag this domain into a timeline, we can quickly identify which host has accessed this domain. Another way to get more detailed information is within the Discover tab. We can filter for DNS traffic, including the destination port of 53 and the misspelled domain. A few other things to consider on this scenario. To prevent detection, attackers might hardcode the domain before registering it. This is the case specific for domain generation algorithms. There are also cases in which an unregistered domain might indicate an upcoming infection. We can leverage some external intelligence by using the Alexa ranking or the Cisco Umbrella Top 1 Million websites to exclude them from the investigation. Another indicator is that certificates from free certification authorities, such as Let's Encrypt, might be used by attackers to encrypt their traffic and hinder detection at the network level.